Okie dokie. Take two of this one because the first time I went to record this 30 seconds in, my phone just stopped recording for some reason. But I am recording in my room because it is raining outside. It is a very gloomy day, and even though the Titans tried to make it gloomy, they did not, and they win 31-23. They scored 30 points. 30 points for the first time. No, not first time. Third time in 2 years, which, wow, right? All of the points were on the offensive side, so that's positive. And despite the fact the Titans tried to lose this game, like, let's be honest for a second, that was the biggest emotional roller coaster I've had watching this team in a minute. I mean, come on. I mean, after they forced the fumble on Dylan Sampson, and they're all in the end zone celebrating, you know, mocking Shedeur with his wristwatch celebration, whatever. And I had a feeling like if Shedeur drives down the field and scores a touchdown, they're gonna come back and win this game. And by God, they should have. Like, let's be honest for a second, and then we'll stop being negative. But I mean, it took a mistake by Quinshon Judkins on a reverse for us to win that game. I mean, if they get that and they score the 2 points, it goes to overtime. Like, it goes to overtime, just like that. They let Shedeur Sanders carve them up all game long. And straight up, Shedeur Sanders played better than Cam Ward. Shedeur Sanders had an incredible game. So, as someone who's defended Shedeur Sanders and openly rooted for the guy, you know what? Great job. Great job, Shedeur Sanders. I'm happy for you to see you doing well. And for Cleveland, they need a young quarterback to do well. And it looks like Shedeur Sanders should be their starting quarterback next year. Straight up, with the performance like that. But no more negative Nancy. The Titans were awesome in a lot of aspects in this game. And a lot of things that they did so bad all year long were really good. We mentioned the 31 points. The Titans scored a touchdown on the opening drive for the first time this year. The only team in the NFL that hadn't done it yet to this point. So they go and do that. They scored 14 points in the first quarter. Jim DK, Alec Iomanner both caught touchdowns in this game. Alec Iomanner, one catch, fine, but he completely dusted Denzel Ward, so that one play was a really good play. I mean, two rookies contributing and leading to points for the offense. And then Tony Pollard, 150-something yards, 180 yards on the ground. They ran the ball better than they have all year by far. I mean, this right here was what we've been wanting all year long. Just to run the ball well and make things easier for Cam Ward. Cam Ward had a fine performance. It was not good. It was not bad. But given the Browns' defense and as good as they are and how bad our offense, especially our passing offense, is, fine. Like, I'll take it. The interception was bad. A couple downfield shots that were misses. Yeah, those we can't have. We need to have the downfield throws. We need to have back. But at the same time, I mean, with everything else stepping up, it's hard to bash Cam Ward for already being in a difficult situation going up against a good defense. But this defense was challenged. This offensive line practically eliminated Myles Garrett. People were talking about how Myles Garrett was going to break the sack record against the Titans. And here we are. He only allowed one sack right before the end of the first half, which Cam Ward's trying to dial up a shot downfield and try and get some points, and it ended up leading to nothing. So, inconsequential. And Myles Garrett wasn't like a nothing burger. He made a couple plays in the run game, but when did you see him get consistent pressure on Cam Ward? Never. Other players were on the Browns defense, but I mean, they let Myles Garrett out the door. I mean, they were constantly letting him inside, using his aggressiveness against him. They were running behind him, throwing behind him. Myles Garrett was almost a non-factor in this game whatsoever. So for this offensive line to step up and take out the best pass rusher, probably the best defensive player in the league, what a great performance. And that's just a cherry on top of such a great run performance by Tony Pollard. They needed this. And then on the defense, Jeffrey Simmons. Jeffrey Beast Big Jeff Simmons was incredible. 1.5 sacks, a bunch of pressures, tackles were lost, quarterback hits, had a pass breakup near the end of the game on the Browns' final drive. Absolute cinema from Jeffrey Simmons. I mean, did you guys see the tackle for loss he had where he literally pushed a guy through and just kind of fell through and tackled the running back in the backfield? I mean, he's so big and strong. I mean, with one arm, he's just shoving people. I mean, earlier, or was it last week against Jacksonville, he threw an offensive lineman onto the ground. Reggie White style. Like, you remember that play back in the 90s when Reggie White was with the Packers going against the Vikings and Randall Cunningham, and he threw the offensive lineman, it may have been a tight end, but he threw the offensive player right at Randall Cunningham with one hand, and it led to a sack. Like, that's the type of play that we got from Jeffrey Simmons. And then T'Vondre Sweat. T'Vondre Sweat had his best game of the year. He was dominant across the entire game, consistently penetrating through his blocks, constantly being a factor in the run game. He was a big reason why. The one part of the Browns offense that's been consistent for them, kind of semi-consistent for them, which is their run game, straight up shut that down. Less than 4 yards per carry, 60-something yards off of 20 carries. I mean, that's great work. That's great work. And to see T'Vondre Sweat and Jeffrey Simmons play good together, we need that. We need that so bad. Interior pressure is so important and so critical on defense in the NFL. And so to get that performance and to see that is so encouraging. And then Cedric Gray, great in pass coverage for the most part, had the fumble recovery, had a second one, a 2-point conversion that kind of ran out of gas, I guess. I was upset at the time because, like, why are you stopping? But, I mean, if you're out of gas, you're out of gas. I mean, if he wasn't going to get it, he wasn't going to get it. So it is what it is. But, I mean, Marcus Harris, big-time fumble on Dylan Sampson. Fantastic play. If he can be a future slot corner for this team, all of a sudden, I mean, if you need only 2 corners instead of 3, that's a much better situation to be in compared to it. So that's great. And then Kevin Winston, multiple plays in the backfield, critical pass breakups in the fourth quarter. He had a bounce-back game from last week. He played better, and that is huge. And then James Williams, blocking a punt. We got our blocked punt. When was the last time we done that? I don't know. Someone let me know in the comments because I want to know. When was the last time the Tennessee Titans blocked a punt? And he came flying in there, threw his body at it, perfect execution. To see so many young players on this team step up and play well, that is what matters. The Titans, other than Cam Ward, have a good nucleus of young players to build around. So for these guys to play well and contribute and step up in this game and make plays and contribute where it's been a problem all year long, that is massive. Absolutely massive. So massive tighten up to the young players and Jeffrey Simmons in this game. That was what we wanted to see all year. Just great run game, solid defense, get a couple of takeaways. Cam Ward play a solid performance and you win. Drop 30 points. That right there is a recipe for a win. Big tighten up. Despite that, though, people are not happy that we lost the first overall pick. And you're nuts. It's an overreaction. Here's the deal. The only team that I'm worried about right now is the Raiders. The Saints get a big win today against Tampa. Massive. And then the Giants are the only other two-win team left. They're on a bye week. So, I mean, sure. But the Giants are better than the Titans. The Giants are going to win 1 or 2 more games. The Titans might win 1 or 2 more games. But, I mean, the only other game they might have left to win is the New Orleans Saints. And so, shoot. I mean, the only real team that has a shot to beat us for the first overall pick is the Raiders. And maybe the other team is ourselves. Because the most Titans thing ever would be to win a couple more games and then lose the first overall pick outright. That would suck. But, I mean, it's not the be-all, end-all. I mean, if you don't get the first overall pick, it's not a big deal. Yeah, you lose out on a whole bunch of trades. But, I mean, at the same time, I mean, one of these quarterbacks could declare for the draft. One of these quarterbacks that are going into the college football playoff could have an amazing performance, rise their draft stock, and then maybe 2 teams need a quarterback. So if you get the first, second, third overall pick, fourth overall pick, you still have a chance to trade down and get picks back. It's way too early to be worried about the first overall pick right now. And the Titans needed this win. They needed this so badly. And now if we can just get a win at home, that would be amazing. But at this point, I don't think that's going to happen. Because you got to host the Chiefs, you host the Jaguars, and I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think it is. So you're going to go winless at home, that sucks. But, I mean, a win's a win. I'm going to be happy about a win. I was feeling mixed after the game because of how awful the finish was. But you know what? A win is a win. It is what it is. I mean, this team still has problems. They're still not good. But a win's a win. And the young players on this team that are going to be here next year, that need to step up next year as we try to actually win some games for once, that's going to be massive. A win like this is something you can build off of, and I'm never going to be upset about that. So, big win for the Titans in the room, not out in the gloomy rain, because no gloominess gets to us today. Out of all the weeks, we've been happy twice, and I am not going to let that ruin, and I'm not going to let the performance today that almost lost the game ruin that feeling. Tighten up, everybody. Big, big victory for the Tennessee Titans.